Hello and welcome to Satisfactory. It's a new morning in paradise where we can look at our starting base, what I've built so far. I'm waiting for the last milestone to reach. I just need 10 more supercomputers, then I have researched everything. This is my starter base where I put everything together to start the real factory. After a few tries, I did this in a way that if I need iron plates, I make iron plates out of raw metal. Put a smelter on, then a constructor, then I make iron plates. And if I need iron plates and at the second place, I put a second smelter on it, a second constructor, and so on and so on. So this is not really leveled out, but uh, it feeds always everything. And I don't have to split and wait too much. So this is my start. Uh, Here, that's the entire really start area where I just do the main things like concrete and screws and rods and plates and cables and wires. That's all we have here. Back there is the rest. Here we can see the oil line is coming in, and down here, ooh, we have a quite a nice look from here. Yes, here. There is my coal coming and have feeding in this 20 coal machines getting me power. By the way, this is the rocky desert I started. There is limestone, I think. Well then, let's just hop in and look for details. Right here, I need my jumpsuit. So, we start here. This is the hub. Everything's upgraded. This is my little first assembly line for biofuel. So I put in here leaves, wood, and this alien leftovers, and produce here biomass for everything. This merged here. Now come on, here. So leaves, wood, and alien cataphracts are merged here, getting in this container and feeding this one for biofuel. And so every time I come back and have something on me, just put it in there and let produce. This is my concrete factory coming from down here, split up there for later use. I have here one miner, MK2. So here's a smelter for iron rods and screws coming in down there, and a smelter for iron rods, just iron rods here. There's the second miner making smelter and iron plates in here. And down there comes the copper with two smelters and two copper wire machines and one cable machine. So that's it for the first thing I can. Then there's the iron ore coming out here with two smelters, one with plates, one with rods. The one with rods converted into screws and feeding this machine for reinforced plates. This one here. Got plenty of it right now. So then it starts to get complicated because there's a second iron line here feeding all these smelters. Because yeah, making iron plates and rods and stuff. I researched an alternative steel production. So I need now 3 iron ingots and 6 coals. This suits me more. So 2 of these smelters are just for these 2 steel production machines and making iron beams and iron steel beams and steel pipes just stored here for use. For the rest, I think we work backwards because this is easier to see and it's a whole lot of spaghetti mess. So let's look at the motors. This is the motor section. That's the storage. So we have, for motors, we need rotors and stators. So I have a belt with motors and stators in here, and one of the things I just put one machine on are the rotors, because normally you don't need so many rotors. So the rotors coming from here. It was kinda mess getting there, but there they come, going down there, making it turn so we can feed this machine. The rotors are made out of iron rods and screws. So iron rods and screws. So I have a screw machine and a rod machine and everything, and that's why for every assembly machine I get one smelter. And down here we make the come on here. We make the, how do we call this? Modular frames, right. For modular frames we need rods and reinforced plates, so I have a second reinforced plates machine and a second screw machine and a second plate machine and everything. The coal is coming from the power plant with one line MK2, I guess. Yes, MK2, that was enough. Getting in here, gets split 3 times and goes all the way here. I have one spare, so to say. I don't know what to do with this right now, but hey. So and this one goes into 3 steel machines. And there's 3 steel machines making 2 times beams and 2 times pipes. And we go here for the rest, for motors and reinforced, this reinforced industrial beams. These industrial beams need concrete, so I put the second concrete machine on here. And there's a third concrete machine because I needed some more concrete here for industrial beams, because if we go here, go here, go all the way down here, in this machine for heavy frames. That's not quite filled up, but it's working on it. What is missing? Frames, yes. I have a second frame machine here and a second reinforced plate machine here. So everything got its own machine to feed, and it is what it is. It's just a starter base. It's not maxed out and or everything. It's just to get some stuff to build for later on. There's the stators, and down here are the motors. I try to have always a walkway like this, but hey, not always. So here comes the main material in. Down is the coal, then is this carapaceous caterium ore, then 2 lines of oil, and up there I think it's one more, yeah, it's one more copper line, because 1 copper was not enough. Because back here we started with oil processing. Ouch. Come on up here. Nope. Here we can see. There it comes. Going in here. Feeding 1 machine for fuel and 1 machine for rubber first, for starters. Just store it down somewhere to get it. This is the heavy frame, and this whole this back whole section back there, it's all for heavy frame. Then we split up the oil and merge it there again for later use. For plastic, this is, I think that's all plastic. Yes. Yeah, everything is plastic there. Coming out. Yep. And here we make the how do we call this? Circuit boards, right. 3 machines from circuit boards, and back here we have everything like more cables and the quick wire machines and everything. So this here is the AI limiter. I just built 1 machine of it, because also this I don't need so many, and for future it's stacking up. There is the computer section where everything comes in as a finished process. It's a big mess with spaghetti type, but hey, it is what it is. And you mostly can walk through. This one is the high-speed connector machine, a second computer machine for the supercomputer here. Yes. And let's see. We have 14. Yes. There's an extra plastic storage facility. Just I realized I need some more plastic just to grab off. Back here we got extra power with 4 oil machines because I just ran out of power. The 20 coal machines just make 1,000, and I need additional power when everything is running. So let's put on the running gear and let's see where it comes from. No, come on, go down here. The oil and the caterium is coming from the right, and the second copper line and coal is coming from this way. And that's the problem of the rocky desert. You have really long ways. But hey, these are all MK2 belts, and the additional copper is MK3 all the way. I have to walk a little bit. There we go. Put on the jumps. So my solution for the coal power is like this. I have MK3 for the feeding belt and MK1 the normal belt after the splitter because I don't need more. For I have 2 coal plants down there, coal miners. I put them on top of each other and fed them here. And yeah, well, this works quite good, and I could have extended the coal power. I have enough material, but I don't need it. And I think if we going back here, then we can start with it. Nah, come on. This is the fast way. Start with the thermal power. And I think I saw 1 or 2 geysers right now, but I'm not quite sure. Just to put some more additional power on it. And yeah, and then start to build the real factory, where everything is quite leveled and beautiful and not so messy as this. And well, then fed this in. Milestone reached. Yes. And I think that's everything. Yes. So, and now we should, yeah. And then for the end, just look where it is. I think it's far, far away. There it is. 1,000 meters. It's nearer than my coal. Okay. 1,000 meters are not that much. Well, we will see. Well, that's it. I will figure out a place where to build, and we will see you. I will show what I will do. Well, then, bye bye. See you later.